Hello, welcome to this week's weekly weight loss vlog. Hope you're all absolutely super duper. We're talking about the 15th to the 21st of July today. So this is last week's weight loss. Did you all have a good weight loss week? I hope you did. Mine was pretty decent, but we'll go through that very, very shortly. I say pretty decent. It was an up and downer. It was an up and downer, but everything turned out all right in the end. Doing these vlogs, as always, for my own bit of accountability. But again, as always, I hope you guys take a little bit of inspiration from the way I do things. Because whether I'm, trying to lose weight or maintain my weight, I'm going to keep doing these vlogs. I enjoy doing them. Like I say, it's kind of me analysing my own week, but again, if it helps you guys with a little bit of inspiration, oh, he's done it this way, oh, he's doing it that way. And yeah, whether I'm losing weight or maintaining weight, everything I do, tracking calories, getting the steps in, getting the movement in, the high protein diet, high fiber diet, drinking the old corporation pop, or council pop, as we like to call it, I will keep doing it. I will always keep doing it. I don't need to track calories anymore. I don't. I could quite easily. I've learnt and taught myself self-control over the years of being on this journey. I do not need to track calories anymore, but I always will track calories. Two reasons for that. Number one is I don't find it a chore. I find it very, very simple, and I find it a great tool. So I'm certainly not going to stop doing something that I find quite simple and quite straightforward that helps me control my eating. I can control my eating without, but it helps. It really does help. And like I say, I don't find it a chore. I find it really simple and straightforward to do, so I'm not going to stop doing it. And number two, something I've always set myself on a standard of doing since I first became a personal trainer in 2018 is I will never ever give advice out. I'll never give recommendations or tell people to do something that I don't do myself. No one will ever turn around and go, well, you don't do 10,000 steps a day, Neil. Well, you don't go and do some regular exercise. Well, you don't prioritize protein. Well, you don't try to... I always will. Whether I'm losing or maintaining, I will always keep everything in place. Certainly, while I am trying to influence you guys to have a successful weight loss journey. Anyway, there we go. No check-in from me. Check-in. No chicken. Lots of chicken. No check-in from me this week. I've left the scales alone. I have not gone near the scales. So if you watched last week, I put my progress sheet up. Didn't quite have the success that I wanted, but I'm not too bothered. To basically be £5 up, I think I am, from the manic period I've had. I was all good with that. But anyway, now I'm getting back to just fortnightly check-ins, leaving the scales alone. I don't need to go anywhere near them. They do not rule my life. They should not rule your life. They should not rule your journey either. So obviously I've jumped on and off the scales quite a bit in the last couple of months because, like I say, if you watched last week's pre-holiday, post-holidays, logging all that sort of stuff. But no, back to fortnightly, check-ins. I'm looking at my scales. They're down there. They're not moved. They've certainly not been stood on. So I will be checking in this week, Friday or Saturday. So, a bit of a different weight loss week for me last week. Something that I've never really had to kind of document before. And it was kind of a weight loss rescue week, as it were, in a way. Right, let's get me... I'm just writing down here when I'm going to start talking about this. Again, for editing purposes. Right, let's get... it's probably already up. Me weekly calories up. Let's get those badges up. There we go. Look at that. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 4 reds, 3 greens. Now, I've probably talked about this before, but I don't mind repeating myself. Red, when you look at your wheat view, if you're using something like NutriCheck, and you should be using NutriCheck, honestly, it really is one of the best calorie counting apps out there. I'm not saying, I am a big believer, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But if we compare NutriCheck, simplicity, ease of use just the layout compared to something like MyFitnessPal. I used MyFitnessPal for years, and it never did me any harm. But I drove a few bangers when I was a kid, cars, and they never did me any harm. But it's much nicer to drive a newer car nowadays. And that's kind of how I look at NutriCheck. Whether your car's 30 years old or 2 years old, it'll do you the job that it probably needs to do. But there's a reason why people buy newer cars. And that's the thing with NutriCheck. It's just better. It's just better. It's just easier to use. And something that's easier to use is going to increase your consistency, your accountability, and so on and so forth. Anyway, there's my promotion for NutriCheck. I'm not paid by NutriCheck, by the way. Just for clarity, I don't pay for NutriCheck. It is a paid-for app. I do get it free each year. And if you join my community or you come on plan with me, there is a discount for you guys. I'm not allowed to give it out on socials. They don't want me to promote it on socials, but I'm allowed to give a little discount code out to people that come into my community. So if you do join my community, which is just £5 for your first month using code WELCOME, you will also get a discount on NutriCheck if you sign up for a year. So you basically get it for 13 months for 26 quid, whereas someone came on my live the other day and said it was £34 for a year. So £34 for a year, you'll get it £26 for 12 months. It will cost you a fiver to come into my community, but still, that's £3 cheaper, and you'll get an extra month on NutriCheck, basically. Anyway, there you go. You also get it if you come onto my one-to-one plan. That is half price for the rest of the summer holidays. Summer 2024 is the code. As always, I'll put everything in the description. So, red does not mean bad. Green does not mean good, right? And this is where a lot of people struggle when they look maybe at NutriCheck at kind of the weak view, as it were. They'll go, oh, I've gone over my calories. No. All red means, when you look at the week view on NutriCheck, red just means you've gone above your daily average. Green means you've gone below. The number we want to look at the bottom is total. And if total is green, it means you are within the calories that you have set for that week. If it is red, it means you have gone over your calories for that week. Doesn't mean necessarily you're not in a calorie deficit. Last week, I think I was 400 over, was I? Something like that. Still in a deficit. I've talked about that. But anyway, this week, I have had 4 days above my average and still come in under my totally still green. I'm still under my ideal deficit. Do you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I think this is the first time ever looking at calories like this and using NutriCheck, I've actually had a week like that where I've had 4 days. I've had more over average days than under average days and coming green. An exclusive. So let's go through. So Monday, 597 calories over, and Tuesday, 241 calories over. Why? Why have I had a higher calorie couple of days? Well, number one, Monday was a hangover day. It wasn't a ridiculous hangover day. It was just more calories than I would normally have on a Monday. But obviously, Sunday I was out watching England Euro final, had a good few beers. And I do find it really hard to control calories when I'm hungover, when I've had a beer. And I wasn't hanging out my bum, as it were. I wasn't, very badly hungover. I could have been if England had won, but they didn't win, so they certainly saved me a bad hangover. Thanks for that, Gareth and the boys. But still, I did struggle to control my calories a little bit, and I've gone over. And it's not that, there's a swing. Normally on a Monday, I'd bank 500-600 calories, maybe a bit more. And I've gone 500 over. So that's actually like a 1,200-1,300 calorie swing, as it were. But it is what it is. I stayed accountable. I've logged. Tuesday's calories were fine. I wasn't hungover on Tuesday. But we went out for a friend's 30th and we went out for a nice Italian. And I'll go through that, but that Italian at night time, I think from memory, I'll go through like my days in a minute. I tracked it as 2,100 calories. So I only ate about 800 calories throughout the day, but then we just went out for a nice meal. Garlic breads on the table, starter, main course. Didn't have a pudding. I didn't have a pudding, so it could have been worse with a pudding. But, you know, and I think I was probably a little bit pessimistic. No, optimistic. Yeah, optimistic with the calories. I think I probably tracked a little bit more. I'll tell you what I ate. You tell me if you think I'm spot on. And I'll talk about how I've tracked those calories as well. I was meant to do a bit of content on this social. I haven't done it, but I will do it. So, 2 higher days. Now, it's dead easy. When it's dead easy to chuck that week in the bin. This is what a lot of people do. A lot of people look at that and go, oh, I've gone over my calories Monday, Tuesday, blah, 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 blah. I'll just write it off and start again. And I didn't want to do that. You know, I've had a period, 3.5 months of consuming a few more calories than I ideally want to. So it was really, really important for me to go, no. And there was no need to chuck that weight loss week in the bin. My thing I struggle with is I do not like lower calorie weekends. You know, maybe I should just suck it up every now and then and go, no, you've had your high calorie days Monday, Tuesday. I just don't like it, right? I like my food freedom at the weekends. It kind of all comes as a package to me. So I'm kind of looking at that. I've not banked any calories for the weekend. I've gone over my calories. So I need to sort it out. And basically what I did there, if you look at Wednesday, Thursday, I had 2 really low calorie days for me personally. 1882 on Wednesday, 1972, less than 2,000 calories. All I did was miss breakfast. That's all I did. So normally I'd bank 500 calories anyway, like those 2 days, 500 calories Wednesday, 500 calories Thursday. So I bank 1,000 calories over those 2 days, 500 calories each day, banking. Ish, you know, and I just missed breakfast. Basically, I just said, you know what, I'm just gonna not have breakfast these 2 days, and then so that ended up with 2 quite low calorie days. But that put me back in the game. Then it made up for Wednesday, kind of pretty much put me on a level playing field. And then Thursday, I banked 700 odd calories for the weekend. Had another lower calorie day Friday, so I banked 500 calories. And that meant I had 1,300 calories. Now, normally going into the weekend, I like to take 2, maybe even up to 2,500 bank calories into the weekend, so I can have a really good splurge, as it were. But I didn't have that luxury this weekend. But taking 1,300 calories in, so I had to be a little bit more mindful Saturday, Sunday, but as you can see there, 2 red days, got a bit over Saturday, 317 calories over Saturday, 932 calories over yesterday. But all in all, when you add it all together, and this is why it's so great looking at daily averages and sticking to a weekly target, I am still well within my calories. And that's mainly because I'm 2 really, for me personally, lower calorie days, Wednesday, Thursday. And I've ended up within my ideal deficit. 4,000 calorie deficit last week, hangover day Monday, nice meal out Tuesday, and a bit of food freedom over the weekend. Absolutely super duper duper. So yeah, really chuffed. Chuffed would be the word. Chuffed. With the effort I've put in there. And that just goes to show you don't need to bin. You never need to bin a weight loss week. You can rescue a weight loss week. There's a few different ways. That's the way I've done this week. Maybe in the future, you'll see other ways. And I do talk about this. I've done lives on this in my community. And I've done bits of content on this as well. Anyway, right, let's go back to individual day eating. Let's get some day eating looked at. So Monday, yes, it was a bit of a hangover day. So what did I blow those extra 597 calories on that took me over? Well, Monday morning, McDonald's breakfast, double sausage and egg McMuffin and a hash brown was demolished. And then lunchtime, I had a cheese. What did I have there? Got red Leicester, sliced bread. Oh yeah, I had a cheese and onion toasty on. I just fancied one on Monday dinner time, and I also the weather was lovely, so I sat outside and I enjoyed a Was it Monday? Was the weather lovely? I can't remember. Anyway, I enjoyed a Magnum ice cream. Oh no, I didn't have a toasty. I had a cheese and pickle butty. I had a cheese and pickle butty, I had a bag of crisps, and I had a Magnum. Again, nothing crazy, but a few more calories than I'd normally have, and not really fueling the body for weight. Quite low in protein, quite low in fibre. But anyway, there it was. I didn't have an afternoon snack. For tea, just had a great big bacon butty. I just made myself a great big bacon butty, and I also had some toast as well. It was just what I fancied. Like I say, I'm trying to control my calories, but I didn't want to feel full. So I had a great big bacon and egg butty, and then I had a couple of pieces of hot buttered toast as well for 900 calories. And then evening snacks, I had a bowl of cereal. I had a bowl of cereal at night time. I just fancied it. So I had a big bowl of cereal. I say a big bowl of cereal. And then I had some chocolate as well. So I had 1,000 calories at night time in cereal and chocolate. So not the healthiest day and not the worst for like going crazy. But I just kind of had a little bit of balance. Not a normal hangover day for me. Anyway, what do we have? So 1,000 calories worth of snacks. My bacon and egg sandwich was about 500 calories. A couple of pieces of toast was 300 calories. Cheese and pickle butty, bag of crisps, and a Magnum for lunch, and then a McDonald's breakfast. So not crazy, but a few more calories than I would do normally. All right, Tuesday. I just had a protein bar for my breakfast. Went to the gym and trained. Lunch, I had burgers and eggs. I was doing a bit of content, actually. A bit of a carnivore lunch for me. I'm not a carnivore dieter, you'll know that. But yeah, basically we've got these Ace chopping boards that someone sent me for free from TikTok Shop. So I've done a little bit of a promotion. And apparently in 2024, you're only healthy if you eat off a chopping board. So I was doing a bit of a skit on that, kind of, as it were. Anyway, I had 2 5% fat beef burgers. I had 5 scrambled eggs and a little bit of Parmesan cheese on top. For 600 calories. Do you know what? I don't know how people do these carnivore diets, because I love burgers, I love scrambled eggs, I love cheese. But to eat that day in, day out, you'd get very sick of it very, very quickly. So anyway, 850 calories. My breakfast was 250, my lunch was 600. So 850 calories. And then we went out for this meal. We went to a lovely Italian restaurant. So I had ribs to start. I then had a pescatore, spaghetti pescatore, which was basically spaghetti in a tomatoey sauce with crayfish, prawns, mussels, clams. There was all sorts of things. I love seafood. So I had that, and then a little bit of garlic. We got garlic bread to the table, and I probably had the equivalent of half a garlic pizza bread thing. So I've tracked it as 2,100 calories. I tracked the garlic bread as 550 calories. I tracked the pescatore as 850, and then the ribs at 700, basically, just to round it up. If I'm looking at that now, I think I'm pretty much spot on. The pasta dish I had, it was a good whack of pasta, probably 100 grams of pasta in the bowl, which is 350 calories. Seafood is virtually calorie free. It was just in a tomato sauce. There was no cream or anything like that. There will have been some olive oil in there. So I think 850 for that dish was about spot on. 550 for the garlic bread. I sort of looked at, pizza garlic, like just a standard pizza size garlic bread. Probably had 3 or 4 slices of that, so like half one of them. And then ribs are quite, the portion of ribs wasn't massive at all. I should have pictures of this. I'll put it on. I will have actually put the pictures on while I'm saying this. So you have a look at that. I don't think I've put pictures on of garlic bread, to be honest with you. But anyway, I can't remember what I took. And I'm positive I started my eating before I took the pictures, so they might not look that great. But anyway, have a look, see what you think. I've tracked, if I've got a picture of the ribs, the spaghetti dish, and the garlic bread, am I under or over at 2,100 calories? What do you reckon? Anyway, I'd rather be a little bit more than be a bit less anyway. Right, Wednesday. Again, I told you I've skipped breakfast on Wednesday. Lunch was, my standard Chinese deconstructed Chinese chicken curry thing that I eat at least 3 times. I think I have two or three times a week. Afternoon snack. I tried one of the Aldi protein brownies. Don't bother, they're absolutely awful. Check out my social media. And I also had strawberries, blueberries, and some Skippy peanut butter poured on top as a snack as well. And then tea was, I did cheeseburger salad, I think. Yes, I did cheeseburger salad with a pita bread for 718 calories. My mixed berries and peanut butter was a couple of hundred calories. I just had a third, I think, roughly, or maybe a quarter of that. No, I put it in as a third of that protein brownie for 100 calories. Lunch was 578 calories. And then I had a protein bar in bed at night time. Thursday, my second low calorie day. I had did I have another salad for dinner? Oh no, I had a cheese and ham toasty actually. Absolutely banging. Cheese and ham toasty, loads of ham, some cheese, obviously cheese and ham toasty. A Baby Bell Light in there, some of them pink pickled onions from Aldi, which I'm just a bit addicted to. I'm a bit of a dick. A bit addicted to at the moment. And then a high protein mango yogurt. I'm going to get a couple of them today. Lovely. 120 calories. Oh, I love mango stuff. Ermin, like Ermin, they do the mousses and stuff. In Aldi, it's not an Aldi brand, but protein mango yogurt. Very, very nice. For afternoon snack, I shared a bag of pork scratchings actually with a dog and had a glass of milk. Again, just something I fancied. Don't know, it was just something I fancied. I don't know if I took a picture of it or not. Tea was, I did a Greek salad. So I did a base of cucumber and lettuce and feta cheese. And then I did some roasted onions and pepper on top and some chicken. And then made my own homemade tzatziki, which is basically, my homemade tzatziki is 0 fat Greek yogurt, with some garlic powder or granules in there, some grated cucumber, obviously, wring it out, take as much moisture out of the cucumber as you can. So yogurt, cucumber, grated cucumber, some garlic powder, a squeeze of honey, right? A squeeze of honey, salt and black pepper. Now, I normally also put some mint sauce in it as well. I like it a bit minty, but Rachel was having it and she doesn't, so I left that out. But you can put some mint sauce in there as well. So I had that Greek salad with another pita bread. And then, another protein bar in bed. So my Greek salad was 678 calories. My afternoon snack, my pork scratchings and milk, was 300 calories. And then my lunch, which was my cheese and ham toasty and my protein yogurt, 600 calories. Absolutely beautiful. Bloody lovely. Right, Friday. Protein pancakes. First time on the protein pancakes this week because, like I say, I missed breakfast first 2 days. Absolutely love them protein pancakes. 470 calories for that bowl there. Back on my Chinese. Oh no, I zhuzhed up the deconstructed Chinese chicken curry thing. I actually made chicken fried rice. So a little drizzle of oil in a hot wok, onion and broccoli in there with some MSG. Add your rice, same rice that I use all the time, the steamed long grain rice. Just microwaved it, whacked it in. Soy sauce, bit more MSG. Shovel that to one side. Put a beaten egg in there until it starts like forming to an omelette on one side of the wok, and then mix it all together. And then I've just done some chicken in the air fryer, put that on top, and drizzled the curry sauce. So it's 665 calories. So normally when I make my deconstructed Chinese chicken curry, it's about 570. That was 665. Wags put some extra onion in it, and there's a bit of oil in there. But other than that, it's all the same ingredients. I actually made it a bit salty, but it was still nice. And then Friday night's tea was a vodka penne pasta. So I had some of my vodka sauce. So I did penne pasta, bit of vodka sauce running through it, fillet steak and a little bit of garlic bread and some tender stem broccoli for 860 calories. And then I was baking over the weekend. The friend whose birthday we went to for the Italian on the Tuesday night, they're having a little birthday barbecue get together on the Saturday, and I did a Biscoff cheesecake. Now, of course, if you're making something to take something, it's the law, you have to try it. So I had a little piece, made my own, I got a goodish and made my own sort of little Biscoff cheesecake. I didn't take a picture of it. I have took a picture of the cheesecake. I'll put a picture of the Biscoff cheesecake that I did make on now. The little one, no, but yeah, the Biscoff cheesecake. Calorie free as well. Absolutely about as far from being calorie free as you can get. How many calories? I roughly worked it out. I basically tracked it because I did have a slice of the cheesecake on the Saturday, and I tracked it as a Cheesecake Factory. If you go to Costco, you can buy Cheesecake Factory cheesecake in Costco. It is sensational. I tracked it as a slice of that, 500 calories. And I think we got 10. I think we got 9 slices out of the cheesecake, which would make the whole cheesecake 4,500 calories. Probably not a million miles away, to be fair. And it was so good though. It was really, really good. Saturday, I had a little PhD protein bar, went to the gym. Saturday lunch, I had another cheese and ham toasty with some pickled onions, and I also put some salami in that needed eating out of the fridge. So had a cheese and ham toasty on steroids with a bit of extra salami and pink pickled onions. 570 calories. Afternoon snack. So this is where. So I had that for my lunch. And then we went to our friend's barbecue in the afternoon. So again, you know, you can't be bang on with tracking calories when you're going to a friend's house for a barbecue. You just need to guesstimate. Now, I'm off the booze at the moment. I didn't have a drink this weekend. I'm not having a drink for the next few weeks. So there was no drink calories taken in. I had a quarter pounder burger on a bun, which I just tracked as a quarter pounder with cheese from McDonald's, 520 calories. I had a couple of grilled sausages and I had a couple of chicken skewer things, and then a couple of handfuls of crisps. That was it. So I tracked all that as 1,100 calories, and then I had a slice of my cheesecake that I tracked at 5. So I tracked it at 1,600 calories. But you know, I was really full. Why? I've eaten loads of protein in the afternoon. I was really full. So at night time, we got home at night time. It wasn't late. We got home about 6 o'clock. I was full. I didn't need any food. Well, I said to Rachel, "Are we doing anything for tea?" And she was like, "I probably won't be that bothered." And so we ended up for tea. What did we end up doing for tea? Oh, I just had a bowl of cereal. Why is it, right? Why is it foods for breakfast, like a full English breakfast, just tastes better at night time? It just does. Anyway, so I just had a bowl of cereal. I had a bowl of cereal at night time, and I ended up having a bag of crisps. And a bit of a protein bar in bed. So 700 calories at night time. So I had 3,067 calories on Saturday. Little protein bar for breakfast. Cheese and ham toasty with some extra salami in at lunchtime. Went to that friend's barbecue. Bit of meat off the barbecue and a piece of my cheesecake. And then, a bag of crisps, protein bar and a bowl of cereal at night time. Lovely. Half a protein bar at night time, just split one with rates. So 3,000 calories. And then yesterday, I just used up my calories basically yesterday. Bowl of cereal in the morning. Now I've started, I talk about the cereal cereal all the time, this high protein, high fiber, zero sugar cereal. I absolutely love it. And do you know what I have started doing a little bit? So Sunday mornings, I always have a bowl of sugary cereal, which again, I absolutely love. I'm not telling people not to eat sugary cereal, right? You've just got to eat stuff in moderation that isn't the most healthiest for us or isn't going to fill us up. So what I've started doing on a Sunday morning is doing a 50-50. So doing a bowl of sugary cereal, as it were, but I use 50 grams of the cereal and then 50 grams of, this time I had the cocoa peanut butter balls from Aldi. Do you know what? Absolutely fills you up. It's kind of like a balance. And I'm really, so I've done it the last couple of weeks, I think. Or no, when I had the cereal the other night, I think that's what I did there. I mixed it up. And I've done the same then. 480 calories for that bowl of cereal there. But nearly 30 grams of protein, over 7 grams of fibre. And a lot less, 22 grams of sugar in there, 4 teaspoons of sugar, which is nothing major. And 4 teaspoons of sugar. Actual processed sugar, there's 14 grams of processed sugar. The other sugars are just lactose that's in the milk. For dinner, nice bacon sandwich and a plate of fruit. So I had apple. Rachel's really into these Cosmic Crisp apples from Morrison. So I tried one and it was very nice. It's not a Pink Lady. Pink Lady's number one. She said it's not as good because I didn't have it out of the fridge. I just ate it because we just bought them from Morrison's. Anyway, Cosmic Crisp, nice. I'm going to have one out of the fridge today. I'll tell you if it's better than a Pink Lady. Pink Lady's a number one. Anyway, that was lunch yesterday. Mid-afternoon snackage. What did I have mid-afternoon snacks? Oh, I had a strawberry milkshake, a Crusher strawberry milkshake, and a bag of pork scratchings, which I did share with the dogs, if I'm being honest with you. So, a bit low on the calories. And then last night, we had a little drive out into Cleveland's, and I got fish chips and mushy peas. And we sat on the seafront and had a chippy tea. sat on the seafront, which was very, very nice. And then, also yesterday, we took the dogs out yesterday morning. I'd put these in it as my evening snack because the plan was to go to Cleveland's, have a chippy tea, sat on the seafront, and then nip to McDonald's on the way home and try the new McFlurries. Anyway, we ended up taking the dogs to the beach yesterday morning, and I nipped into Morrison's to get a couple of bits, and Morrison's at Blackpool by the airport is a McDonald's, and I said, John, I'm going to try the McFlurries now. So they're actually in my evening snacks, so I'll pin them now, but I did have them basically in between breakfast and my bacon sandwich. Ace. The Milky Bar Raspberry Ripple. Beautiful. So 3,682 calories yesterday. So that was like my highest calorie day. And I just, basically used up the calories I had left. And the night time in bed, we had a few pop chips, which I've put in my app. So 3,682 calories. And that's my week's eating. Looking at that now, going back through it, not the healthiest week, if I'm being honest with you. I feel like fruits and veggies possibly a little bit down. Maybe down to Monday not being the best. Tuesday, obviously, going out for that meal. And then I'm never really the healthiest at weekend. I'm sort of really nice and healthy. I try to be as healthy as I can be Monday to Friday, and then a little bit more freedom. I did have fruit yesterday. There we go. So that's my eating for the week. But a full rescued week and some really good eating, if I'm being honest with you. Well, when I say good eating, I mean food that I enjoyed. Right. If these not pinged over. Anyway, I can kind of remember it. I thought I'd airdropped. I will have done. Have I airdropped my movement and stuff so I can read? I have done, right. It's just me not putting it in the right order. Right, let's have a look at some steps. I need to get on me. I need to get on my thing, don't I? We're at 31 minutes. I'll be done very short. You know this bit doesn't take too long. Right, 31 minutes. Steps. My steps weren't great last week, if I'm being honest with you. Now, don't get me wrong. You might look at that and go, "You've done 10,000 steps a day now." I have. So I'm not like, I've blown my steps. But you know me, I like to do 11,000 plus. I like to do 70,000 steps by Saturday night, and then I can just chill out. But as you can see there, I actually had 3 days again. This is why it's ace working to averages. I've had 3 days this week under 10,000 steps. So Monday, my little hangover day, was about 7,000 steps. But Saturday and Sunday, it was like 9,000 Saturday, 9,000 Sunday. I didn't do 10,000 steps. So I've had 3 days under, but then I've had 4 days, 1 day bang on really, which was Friday, and then 3 days above. But that has brought those averages up. So I have averaged 10,000 steps a day last week, even though I haven't done 10,000 steps every day. But yeah, do you know what? I tell you why I've struggled a little bit for steps last week. Monday was just, I hate getting off the week on the bad foot, if that makes sense. So again, low steps, it's just circumstance, just is what it is. It doesn't happen very often at all. But when you don't start the week great, you feel like you're chasing your tail, and it's then very, very easy just to give up. And again, a lot of you guys, if you're starting off the week on the wrong foot, change it. Right? Get your, Monday, Tuesday, drive yourself to get your steps in, maybe do a little bit of exercise, make sure you nail your calories in terms of being accountable, tracking, but try and bank if you set yourself a great foundation for the week. You start off Monday, Tuesday good, the rest of the week will kind of fall into place. I didn't last week, and I felt like I was chasing my tail all week. I don't mind having a lower step day on a Sunday. And really, 9,000 steps on a Sunday for me if I've done 70,000 steps by Saturday night, if I do 9,000 on Sunday, I'm averaging well over 11,000 steps a week. But yeah, it was just one of them. Why last week? Well, yeah, like I say, Monday wasn't great. But you know what? Great accountability for getting those steps in is owning dogs, right? We have 2 dogs. They want walks twice a day. So it is good accountability. I would still get my steps in whether I had dogs or not, but we do sort of our habits run alongside the dogs nowadays. And do you know what? Last week, the weather weren't great for taking dogs out. It was warm. I said this on my newsletter. I have like a sweet spot for getting steps in. 18 degrees or less, dry. That is the absolute sweet spot, right? Getting steps in, because it's not too hot for the dogs. It's quite pleasant to walk in, blah, blah, blah. I'm not making an excuse here, but basically Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday last week, it was really, really warm. And therefore, we still took the dogs out, but 15 minutes at a time rather than 25 minutes at lunchtime, 15, 20 minutes at evening time. So that's 15 minutes a day I've missed out on. And 15 minutes is 1,500 steps. 3 days a week, that's an extra 4,500. You know, and if I'd done that, if I'd done that extra 4,500 last week, I'd have been knocking on more towards the 11,000 mark. Plus, last week, my right knee, still not great now, to be honest with you, was being a bit of a knob. So, yeah, that sort of, you know, it doesn't encourage. I still get my steps in, but it didn't encourage me to put that extra bit in. So, like I say, I've still averaged 10,000 steps a day. I've done 10,243 steps a day on average, which I'm happy with. It's fine. But for me personally, I would always like to do a little bit more than that. But, you know, it is what it is. I've done it. Now, this week, I've looked again. The weather's meant to be really nice, I think, this week in patches, and certainly next week. So what I'm probably going to do this week, and I did do this a bit last week, but I probably just need to put a little bit more in, is just to make sure those steps are up. We're going to jiggle our walks around a little bit, so take the dogs out earlier so it's not as warm. And then number 2, get on that cross trainer a little bit more, which I did last week, and you'll see that now because I'm going to put my movement up. But still, and it is fine margins for, you know, the difference between averaging 10,200 steps and averaging 11,000 steps a day is 800 steps a day. Times that is 5,600. So if I'd done an extra 5,000 steps last week, spread out over the week, which isn't even 1,000 a day, the averages would have been well up there. Anyway, hitting the gym, we did Tuesday to Saturday. I didn't go last Monday because, again, hungover. That hungover day doesn't entice me. Oh, let's go to the gym to train. No, I'm all right, thank you. So I went to the gym Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Weight training most days, though Friday, that was quite low. All the days are quite low because I've been doing quite a bit extra on the cross trainer in terms of calories for weights. Thursday, I just did some light legs. I did a bit of all sorts on Thursday. I did some light legs. I did some cross trainer, and I did a little bit on the bike. So anyway, I did do some sort of weights 5 days last week. And then let me get the old cross trainer up. So the old cross trainer, as you see there, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, jumped on the cross trainer every day last week, just for 15 minutes a time. Must have done 20 minutes on Saturday. So got the cross trainer in. If it's going to be warm this week, I'll probably hit the cross trainer 20. I might do 15 minutes at the start of my workout, 10 minutes at the end, and limit my weights again just to 25 minutes. But when I limit my weights to 25 minutes, I do supersets or trisets and keep the intensity up. I just lift a little bit lighter and just work more intensely. And then, I'm starting spin a week on Saturday, instructing again. How long I do it for, I have no idea, but I want to give it a go. Like I say, the only thing holding me back is really my knees and my hip. My hip's not great. But do you know what? I've been on the bike a little bit. I went on the bike on Thursday just for 20 minutes last Thursday. And, it was all right. I think it's more really, if I'm being honest with myself, it's more my current fitness levels. There's nothing like spin fitness, especially when you're instructing, because when you're instructing, I do the class with the class and I have to talk all the way through it. So because I'm giving out the instructions. So really, it's just for my own sort of thing. But I'm going to get on spin bike twice this week. Twice this week, once next week, and then I'm into the class on Thursday. So on Saturday, a week on Saturday. So we'll see how we go. But anyway, movement's still decent, really decent, I'm not whinging at all. It's just, like I say, just my steps there, really, not quite where I want to be. But that's just something I'll be more aware of this week, looking at the weather. And you do have to plan things out. Anyway, going forward this week, boring week, really. A fairly boring week, nothing on again. We've got bits on. We have got plans for the weekend. It's my mum's birthday on Sunday. She doesn't like going out when it's busy, so we're going to go out on Saturday afternoon instead. So Sunday dinner and that. She likes to just go out when it's a bit quieter. So taking my mum out on Saturday for a birthday. Again, not a boozy one. It'll just be, and I'll just order something fairly as best as I can off the menu. Again, I'll take pictures of it. I'll go through it with you next week, show you how I get on, but nothing on this week, Monday to Friday. So just head down. Going to try and bank a good 2,000 calories going into the weekend. Got that meal out with my mum on Saturday, which, again, Saturday will be a slightly higher calorie day. No alcohol, though, so it should be fine. And then Sunday, I'm going to go watch Wolverine, Deadpool Wolverine. Me and Rach going with a couple of our friends. And we are going for a curry afterwards. So we're going to go to the cinema and go for a curry afterwards. So that's kind of, Sunday's going to be my highest calorie day this week. So I'm going to go and enjoy a really good curry on Sunday night. But other than that, groundhog. I want to get back to the old groundhog weeks like I did January, February when I first started doing these vlogs, and get back into the old bit boring. Everything's running smooth and good. So that's my mission over the next few weeks. That's it. That's it for this week's vlog. As always, I hope you've taken a bit of inspiration from that. But, any questions, guys, you can get them in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them for you. As always, anything that I feel I can help you, the community, the one-to-one plan, anything like that, I will put in the description of the vlog. So have a read through that and you can see what's what. That's it. Right, I'm out of here. I'm going to try this week. Keep a lookout. I'm going to try and record a new podcast. And I'm also going to try and do something a bit extra for YouTube as well. Because the YouTube channel's doing all right at the moment. We've built it up. So I really appreciate the likes, the follows, the subscribes, guys. Honestly, I really, really do. And, tell your friends and all this, that, and that. Anyway, right, that's it. I'm waffling now, so I'm out of here. I'll see you when I next see you. And until then, as always, boss your weight loss.